Welcome back to Good Day. So just because the 24-hour Big Green Chair sit-in is coming to a close, it doesn't mean the need for organ donors comes to an end.
Yeah, Kara Steele of Life Connection is here to wrap things up for us this morning. And you say all the time that you blame your father for your career, for your job. And so this is, kind of where it all started for us here at WTOL 11 with, how his life was extended because of a life-saving gift that he received.
Absolutely. I'm feeling very lucky to have had my dad around for 20 additional years because someone said yes to organ donation. It was an incredible gift to him, an incredible gift to me, to my family, to everyone who knew him. That sweater is beautiful, really making a fashion statement as he always did, but he was so grateful for the gift of life, so incredibly thankful that a donor hero said yes and their family supported the decision, and because of that, that translated to 20 years of life and 20 more years we were able to spend together, and he was able to babble on the radio and participate in the Donate Life Green Chair sit-in. He always broadcasted live in the morning, so this morning when I was filling his slot at 5 a.m., that was always his live interview slot, so that was very special for me, and I just, can't say enough good things about WTOL 11 for allowing us to invade everywhere here.
They're great guests, though. She always says that, but they're great guests.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So, Kara, talk to us a bit. Why is it important for families just to sit down and have this conversation before things actually happen, so that everyone's on the same page?
Yeah, it's one of those things we always encourage those family discussions. We understand that talking about death is not the most fun topic, of course, and it's something, though, that is very, very important to talk to your family members about. Everyone has the potential to donate life. It's a really incredible life-saving legacy that can be left, and we just encourage people to talk to their families about it just so everyone knows what your wishes are. So whenever that time comes, that burden of making that decision is off the shoulders of the family. They already know what their loved one wanted to do.
Right, because sometimes, obviously you can check that on your driver's license, but if you don't, a family can still decide to donate after a loved one's death.
Yes, even if someone is not registered, the family does have the ability to make that decision on their loved one's behalf. A lot of times our family services coordinators who are on site providing that support to the families, they're hearing stories of their loved one and all these incredibly generous things that they did throughout their life, and they make that decision to donate life because they say, well, that was so in line with their character. That's absolutely something that they would want to do. And as we mentioned multiple times throughout the 24 hours, one person has the incredible ability to save 8 lives through organ donation, many more through tissue donation. It's a gift that has affected me personally, and so many of those stories that we saw over the last 24 hours as well. And again, we're just grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's something too, just talking to ones who are recipients, and they are just saying how they've been able to live a life almost pretty much normal as they were beforehand. So it's not like they're halfway stepping through life now.
Absolutely. All of the recipient stories are really incredible, but the ones I feel like I've honed in on a little bit are the double lung transplant recipients. So pre-transplant, bedridden, can't walk from one end of the room to the other without being severely out of breath, obviously connected to oxygen. Now they're running and walking 5Ks, they're leading active lives, they have all this time with their families, and just the recipients that we work with are so grateful for that gift of time, for that gift of life, and they're able to really help make their mark in the community and do some great things. And one of our double lung recipients always says, I live in honor of my donor every day, and they truly do. They're so grateful for that gift.
That quality of life.
Absolutely.
Speaking of quality of life, and then when we hear the stories about kids too, right? So we had a couple little ones here yesterday, and one of them, who is this? She was here when Muddy came in.
Oh my gosh, little Emmeline. She was so excited to meet Muddy. Oh my gosh, she is a little heart recipient, and this was like the highlight of her life, I feel like. She was, as you can see, so thrilled.
And then all the kids who were there.
All the kids, I know, they were very excited to see the special guest.
Yes, and I heard too, Muddy was happy to be here because some of the folks who were here to sit in the chair said it made them smile too, because this is not an easy thing. Of course, the family who I just talked to, as well. You know, it's not always an easy thing to talk about, but it's so important to raise that awareness.
It is, yeah. And again, it is a heavy topic that we're talking about, but there is a lot of light that's given through organ donation, as you just heard from the Palmer family.
Yeah.
You know, they're so proud that their son was able to give that gift of life, and he's a true hero who lives on.
Yes.
And Kara, many people, they need places to find out how to have this discussion, what to talk about, break down some of the myths. You're leaving in a little bit.
Yes.
You have to get some rest, but you have a website that stays up all the time.
Yes.
So what's the site people
Hey, you can
check out?
contact me anytime too, but lifeconnection.org is the place to be. Learn all those facts about donation, clearing up those misconceptions, read stories, a lot of the stories that we've seen here over the course of 24 hours of people impacted in our community through that incredible gift of donation, you know, either receiving or giving, and just, again, incredible. Yes, absolutely hop onto lifeconnection.org. You can also register to be a donor.
Right up there for
it's
you.
right there. I didn't hide it. So it takes less than 2 minutes to say yes to saving lives and making an incredible impact.
Very good. Kara, we loved having you as always. Go get some sleep.
All right, I'll take a power nap.
And we'll be back with more Good Day right after this. Stay with us.